For over 3 centuries, an unspeakable horror has haunted one English family. Every firstborn child, generation after generation, dies exactly on their 7th birthday. Not a day early, not a moment late. Their bodies are always found in the same position, and with the same expression of pure terror. No doctor, no priest, no scientist has ever found a cause. But it all began in the year 1678. The year was 1678, in the misty countryside of Yorkshire, England. Thomas Corbyn, a proud landowner known for his wealth and ambition, celebrated the birth of his firstborn son, Edward. The villagers spoke of the boy's strange, silent eyes, always watching, never blinking too long. Still, the Corbyn estate rejoiced. A new heir, a legacy secured. But everything changed on Edward's 7th birthday. That morning, the boy was found lifeless in his nursery. No blood, no wounds. His mouth frozen wide open, as if in a scream that never left his throat. His hands clutched the bedsheet so tightly, his nails had broken off. Thomas Corbyn went mad within days. He was seen wandering the moors at night, calling out names that weren't his son's. His wife, Eleanor, vanished shortly after. Some claimed she walked straight into the lake behind the estate, and never emerged. The villagers whispered of a ritual. A forbidden deal struck under the full moon. Something about legacy and sacrifice. Whatever Thomas had bargained for, it had come to collect. And it would not stop with Edward. After Edward, the Corbyn line should have ended. But somehow, it didn't. The estate continued, and so did the family, always bearing firstborn sons, and always losing them. In 1710, young Thomas II died clutching a wooden horse. In 1764, little Gregory was found beside the fireplace, eyes wide open, as if he'd seen something unimaginable. Each time, the child was 7 years old. Each time, the body was untouched, no illness, no struggle. Just that same twisted posture. That same face of frozen terror. Parents grew desperate. Some tried sending their children overseas. Others lied on birth records, celebrated birthdays in secret, or baptized them under different names. But it never worked. No matter the distance, no matter the deception, the child died. And always on their 7th birthday. By the 1800s, the Corbyn name was whispered with dread. No one wanted to marry into the bloodline. The estate grew quiet. The fortune thinned. And behind every closed curtain, a grieving parent waited for the hour they knew would come. Because it always did. By 1812, the Corbyn family had sealed off the east wing of the manor entirely. They boarded the hallways, nailed shut the doors, and draped the windows with black cloth. But one door remained untouched, a deep red door at the end of the corridor. Locals began calling it the waiting room. Every child who died had been last seen near it. In 1890, a surviving aunt kept a diary. One entry read only, "It waits in the nursery. The red door opens when it wants to." No one in the family would speak of it. Servants refused to clean that part of the house. Children were told never to go near it, and yet, somehow, they always did. After sunset, even the bravest refused to enter the east wing. Lamps would flicker. Footsteps echoed behind locked doors. And sometimes, the sound of a child humming would float down the hall, even though no children lived there anymore. Desperate to end the bloodshed, the Corbyns turned to anyone who would listen. In 1903, a priest from London came to exorcise the manor. He entered the red-doored nursery with a crucifix and holy water. The next morning, his cassock was found on the lawn. But he was never seen again. In 1937, a skeptical scientist offered to stay a full week to study the phenomena. "There's no such thing as generational curses," he declared. On the 6th night, he was found in the nursery. Mouth agape, eyes wide, fingers buried into the wooden floor. He had no known cause of death. By 1982, the last Corbyn woman made one final attempt. She gave birth in secret, then placed the child for adoption, forging documents to break the line. She vanished a year later. And no one knows if the child ever reached 7. I've never told this story aloud. But I need someone to know. I am the second-born Corbyn. My older brother David died the night he turned 7. I was 5. That night, something changed in the house. The air turned so cold you could see your breath. The red door at the end of the east wing creaked open on its own, even though no one had touched it in years. David had been tucked into bed, laughing about his birthday cake. I heard him giggling through the wall, until the laughter stopped. Then came the whispering, low and layered, like several voices speaking at once. I crept out of my room and peeked through his door. Something was standing beside his bed. Not a man. Not even a shadow. It was just wrong. Tall. Phil. Watching him. David never screamed. I ran. I didn't pack, didn't tell anyone. I fled the manor barefoot into the rain and never went back. And still, I can feel it watching. In 2011, a popular paranormal investigation team received an anonymous tip about Corbyn Manor, and against local warnings, they went in. Armed with thermal cameras, EVP recorders, and night vision, they live-streamed their stay inside the decaying estate. 4 hours. Nothing happened. But at exactly 3 a.m., every camera cut out. The last frame captured before the blackout showed the infamous red door slowly creaking open, though no one stood near it. The team's backup audio recorder kept running. A faint child's voice whispered just before silence. "Don't let it find me." When the cameras resumed 2 minutes later, the investigators were gone. Their van was found idling outside the gates, headlights on, doors wide open. None of them gave a statement. Their footage was deleted from all platforms within 48 hours. And when asked later if they'd return, the team leader simply said, "There's something in that house that knows your name." No one agrees on what started it. Some say Thomas Corbyn made a blood pact with a watcher, an ancient entity that promised his name would never be forgotten. The price? A firstborn every generation. Others believe he was trying to bring back his dead wife through forbidden rites, and something answered, but not her. A darker theory suggests the curse feeds on fear itself, and only the eldest child, old enough to remember, can truly feel what's coming. That's why it always takes them. Whatever the truth, one thing remains. The red door still stands in Corbyn Manor. And every 7 years, just past midnight, it creaks open again. Waiting.